You're watching WRBL TV3 in Columbus.
ARP approved by the Public Safety Board. The story at 11.
Videotape criticism of the president. The story at 11.
Janice Wages, the Valley's only TV meteorologist.
This 3 WRBL news break is sponsored by Bill Hurd Chevrolet.
Good evening, everyone. At the top of the news tonight, critical fingers pointing to the Reagan administration tonight for not doing more to gain the release of American hostages held in Lebanon. A man with an impeccable background is the new chief of the Georgia State Patrol tonight. Recently elected Phoenix City councilors have overcome another stumbling block, and the way is clear for swearing in on Monday. It's October, time for Oktoberfest.
Sensational financing, 2.9%, and year in liquidation now at Bill Hurd Chevrolet. Hurry for the best selection, disappearing fast at Mr. Big Volume USA.
We'll have more at 11. 2 American hostages in Lebanon videotape a plea, and we'll have it.
The Georgia State Patrol has a new commander tonight, unanimously approved by the Public Safety Department today. Tonight's news in detail coming up next on Eyewitness News Update.
Updating today's news events. This is Eyewitness News Update with Al Fleming. Kimberly Kennedy. Janice Wages with the weather. And Jack Rogers with sports.
Good evening, I'm Kimberly Kennedy.
And I'm Al Fleming. The Georgia Public Safety Department is moving quickly and decisively to erase the stigma of the recent ticket-fixing scandal. Today, this man, 47-year-old Colonel Curtis Arp, Jr., was unanimously approved by the Safety Department to be the next head of the State Patrol. Arp is a former provost marshal at Fort Benning and has an illustrious military background. He told the board today he is not aligned with any faction of the State Patrol. He is, he said, a team player who views his new job as the greatest challenge of my life. He will take his new post next week.
Here in Columbus, former juvenile court administrator and school board president Lorenzo Manns pleaded not guilty in court today. Neither Manns nor his attorney, however, appeared in court for the arraignment hearing. Thus, the not guilty plea was entered. Next step in the legal process for Mann is for the judge to set a date for his trial. Manns was indicted by the grand jury on charges that he mishandled juvenile court funds in excess of $27,000. He later resigned both his position as court administrator and school board president. Alabama Attorney General and Democratic contender for the gubernatorial nomination, Charles Graddick, met yet another brick wall in his fight today. The same appeals court that overturned the order for a new runoff between Graddick and Bill Baxley today rejected Graddick's bid for a rehearing. That ruling has left Graddick with only the U.S. Supreme Court to turn to, and the press is rolling in the printing of ballots for the November general election. That ballot, barring any ruling by the High Court, will contain the names of Democrat Bill Baxley and Republican Guy Hunt for governor of Alabama.
Many watershed lakes around Columbus have become silt-choked and unsightly. Worse, they are unable to do their job, provide a reservoir for runoff waters. But that will soon change as a new device is being pressed into service, and Carlos Williams dredged up the story today.
For months now, Columbus residents have complained about the silt and other debris in city-owned lakes, especially this one at Cooper Creek Park. The problem has made fishing virtually impossible and has also been a threat to the wildlife. But all that may soon come to an end. This is a $70,000 Mudcat dredger. It has been purchased by the city and will be used to maintain all 14 of the city's watershed lakes.
What the dredge will do is go in and take out all the silt that's accumulated in the bottom of the lake, and in the case of Cooper Creek, the peninsula that's out there actually also will be dredged out. It's just from silt formation. Of course, the lake will be much prettier just to look at when it's cleaned out, because it'll be clear and not as drab looking as it is.
These pipes will be used to pump the silt and dirt to the shoreline. The result, says McKee, some much-needed topsoil.
There are thousands of cubic yards of soil that we have to take out, and that'll be very beneficial to us because topsoil is shorted for us within the county. And so we'll be able to get the topsoil or use that dirt we pump out for topsoil and save ourselves a lot of money.
Cleaning this one lake alone, says McKee, could take up to 6 months. But for residents like Robert McIntyre and his wife, who stroll in the park nearly every day, they're willing to wait.
I think it's long overdue. They should have done it last year. Them creeks are almost jammed up there. And this lake isn't holding much water because there's so much silt in it. So I think it's a very good idea. I'm glad to see they're going to do it.
Dredging operations at Cooper Creek Park are expected to begin on Monday. Carlos Williams, WRBL News.
A summit blackout and a spending bill.
A look at the solar eclipse, Oktoberfest, and Soviet defectors, and more as Update continues. Stay with us.
In national news today, it appears that the American public generally agrees with the way President Reagan resolved the Nicholas Daniloff affair. A survey by USA Today and one by the New York Times and CBS say a majority of those polled also approve of the release of accused Soviet spy Gennady Zakharov. The polls also say most of